Hi everyone, Alex from alext.com. Now, winter is here, so I hope you guys keeping yourself warm. I'm just getting my puffer ready, all the time. I think that's one of the best invention of to keep of all time keeping the body warm. Now I've been wearing puffer lights most of the time during winter. I've got like heaps of different jackets and suits and all this, but it just doesn't really do the work to keep the body warm. Now what I wanted to share with you today is the products, especially when it comes to skincare essential oil or oil that you use it to lubricate and keep your skin hydrated, just like people who once they had their bath or their shower, trying to keep their body really soft, skin soft and subtle, and they generally use oil that they massage on the body and keep them subtle and relaxed. Now there are varieties of different kinds of oil that is out in the industry. Now today I'm going to talk about is the way how these oils come in the form of. So like got an example of now this massage oil. I mean again, like, because oil can be used in many forms. One of that is actually used for massage. Now massaging oil has been known and used for many years since the Roman empires and Egyptian, that's like 1,000 years ago. And so oil is always a way to bring therapy to the body, and especially it's not just on the surface of the skin, it's also a way to treat like, for example, like the points, pressure points of the body. Now now when it comes in the form of bottle, there are two parts that is quite important. Like, there are two parts that are like important for packaging. One is the bottle and the lid, that you want to make sure that the oil is actually safely secured when it's bottled and capped. So the last thing you want is having the bottle to have not really contain the oil properly, and that actually it's kind of like have a bit of a leakage around it. So when there's a leakage, it will get really messy. Now with this, what we have here is a cap with kind of what do you call that, the like a little fine lid inside, filled in with the cap to keep that leaking occur. Now it's pretty tight, so you're gonna make sure that the dry goods that you supply from supplier has been tested and it's actually coming from a trustworthy supplier. Generally, I will ask for samples from them and then do it test yourself, although they already tested. And some suppliers might give you a variety of options, and to be honest, like, from my experience, they are not all of them are as secure as what you think they might have tested already. So this is one of the form that comes in caps and in the glass bottle, and the other one, which is the pretty famous form of essential oil bottle. Now this is 12 ml of pure essential lavender oil. Now this is used for aromatherapy. You can put it in a diffuser, or you can kind of use it to put it in temple and put it under your nose to go to sleep. Just watch out, like, it might be too concentrated for some people, and even if you have people have bath, like, you just put a couple of drops, a really basic sort of essential oil. Now we've got a tamper right here. Just make sure that the tamper that the supplier supply, they all fit in nicely, there's no breakage. Now this is a very important part, because essential oil is really expensive. Now it pays to get a good source of bottle and capped when you can, and especially those suppliers who are really reliable and trustworthy. So again, get samples from them and get a test, just to make sure that you get good dry goods supply from a right supplier. And like, I mean, if you have a really good supplier and they really supply really good dry goods and the cap and lid, I mean, it's no brainer that you pay them a little bit more to get that safe, you know. So so it's again, essential oil is a very it's quite an expensive item, so it's worth getting the right one. Now the next one is again, this is a massage oil as well. Well, this is actually in form of PET. Well, the idea is so that customer can see through that the quality of the oil carefully. Now again, when it comes to being the PET, not like the previous one, which is in the glass jar, the PET, you got to be really careful at where you source it from, because now a lot of people have the problem of leakage when the products is displayed like horizontally, like sleeping mode, and it's just so messy if it leaks off like out of the on the packaging, and it just doesn't not gonna sell it, because it just spoiled the whole thing. And presentation wise, that it's not good for the brand. Now this we have go through quite a few suppliers and options, and managed to get the best we can find, and there's no leakage at all, and it's sealed up really tightly. Now the seal is really important under the lid. So I mean, that shows that, you know, once we tighten up, you see, like it's pretty tight as well, and there's no leakage, right? Now apart from the bottle, now before I go to the label, this is another one as well, which comes in the form of spray. I mean, this is just for sample state, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna. It's a little bit messy, so I probably wouldn't reckon like anyone go for that unless you got no other option. So it's just, you know, but some people might prefer it. I personally wouldn't. I prefer things like that. That is much more, you know, you can control the volume of the oil coming out in a good amount of portion. Now the next one is the label, and because we're dealing with oil, it's another form of not water-based liquid. Now when it comes to oil, it is actually, you know, it's worth looking into a synthetic material rather than paper labels. Now generally, like if you use a paper label, when you have like oil leaking out through the bottle, for example, it might cause a lot of undesired presentation of the label, changing colors and just looking really funny. So we're really lucky, like these days we have like all forms of synthetic labels. And if you watch my previous videos, I spoke about like the paper and synthetic, what are the difference they have, and the usage and applications for print engineering as well. You're able to know kind of choose what is actually suitable for the directions of your brand presentation. Now with this one, it's actually a synthetic, what they call polyfilm, and the feel and the look is really comfortable and it's really premium. Now we just use that for the whole range of the products, and we're really liking it, and it's looking pretty cool. So yeah guys, I hope you get out of it, at least something out of it from this video. If you think that someone else might need to this knowledge, in order to do the right decision when they are coming up with their own products. When it comes to oils and all forms of other skincare products, just feel free to share it to them, and comment below any questions or any future videos that you'd like to learn about. And just yeah, feel free to message me. And hope you guys have a good winter and keep warm. We'll see you soon in the next video. Alright, take care. See ya.